decimal to percent. And then they say equivalence. And the basic gist of all of this is that you should be able to change numbers from any of these forms to another of these forms. For example, and this is kind of a review, it's kind of a culmination of many things that we've had there. And some of them you know by heart, others of them will require a little bit of work. I mean, for example, let's start basic here. If you have the fraction 1/2, you probably know what the decimal equivalent of 1/2 is. That would be, Grace. Half a dollar is 0.5. And then what percent, Lady Kavarik, would 0.5 be? 50%. So you know some of them. You probably don't know. Let me make sure I don't go here. Yeah, maybe you do. How about 3/5? If you're changing 3/5, and there's a whole bunch of different ways to do this, but 3/5 as a decimal would be what? Please don't tell me 0.35. People do that just because they see a 3 and a 5 and go, oh, just put 3/5. That sounds like a good answer. No. 3/5 as a decimal. Well, 3/5 is how many tenths, you could say. Luke?
6.
Exactly. 6/10, 0.06, 0.6. How do you know that? What's the easiest way to change 3/5 to a decimal? Riley?
Is to multiply them both by 20.
Well, that would give you hundreds. I would, in this case, I would just multiply them both by 2 to give you tenths. 3/5 is 6/10 is 6/10. And then 6/10 as a percent, Genitorvis is 60%. How do you change decimal to a percent? You just move the decimal 2 places to the right. How about 1/20th? Well, let's change it. Let's go to this. Let's go, what about 40%? What if you're given the percent and you need to work your way back to the decimal or the fraction? Which one would you go, Brianna?
To the decimal.
Which is what?
40%.
How do you know? Because
40%.
just back the decimal back 2 places, and then as a decimal it is, Kate?
You mean
As a fraction it is?
4/5. Wait.
It isn't 4/5.
2/5.
Right, because it's 4/10, but that needs to be reduced to 2/5. How about this one? What if your decimal is 0.05? What percent is that? Carol?
5%.
5%. And what fraction is that? Emily?
1/25.
What?
1/25.
Not 1/25, but it's 5 over 100, which is 1 over, not 25, but 20. Divide both by 5, 1 over 20. So you should be able to, how about one more? Oh, right up here. What about 0.12 as a decimal? Is what as a percent? What is a percent? Shahoot? 0.12, huh? 12% is what as a fraction? Brooklyn Peterson. 0.12, 12% is what as a fraction?
Can you use my passport again? I'm ready to
Your passport?
My pass card.
No. If it's 12%, what fraction is it? Huh?
I was writing things down though.
But I'm ready to.
Well, give me the answer and then you can, 12% is what fraction?
6/50. I didn't say that was right.
What does percent mean, Brooklyn? Out of 100. So 12% is, don't listen to your classmate. It's 12 over 100, but then people were saying 6/50, but that's not reduced enough either, it needs to be, Brooklyn, I'm gonna ask you this one, 6/50 reduces to,
3/25.
Aubrey tell you that?
No, I figured that.
You had that one on your own? Perfect, alright, what?
She's a good friend.
Yeah, whatever.